Hello everybody, welcome back to another Pixel Worlds video. Today we're going to be talking about micro and its impact on the game and, well, why it should be banned. So let's just jump right into it. Micro has had a devastating impact on the game. You're seeing players quitting left and right. You're seeing millions of Bitcoins being lost, like synced by an individual player base. It's just ridiculous. I've lost a lot of respect for the game because of this decision on micro, and I did want to get into that. Kind of returning to YouTube a bit, I did want to kind of touch up on the topics that have been contested for the past few months in this game and kind of just go into them and talk about some serious issues. And of course we're starting with micro. It's one of the most contested ideas in the game right now. It is really ridiculous how often this is argued and in GMs and stuff like that. It's crazy. But yeah, so let's just start by explaining what micro is, okay? So micro can be broken down into three elements. There's healing, there's defense, and there's attack. So when you attack on another player, you basically deal damage to their health bar. Each player has this little health bar that shows up. When you heal, of course, well, you heal a certain amount of HP, and that adds to your health bar. And then defense is interesting because when you have a higher number of defense than your opponent attacks you for, you deal damage to them. But if you have a lower amount of defense than the opponent attacks you for, then you still take a damage, but it's reduced. And then you can also just roll no defense at all. The whole idea of it is it's kind of a turn-based card game-esque thing. It's like a 1v1 battle, and in theory it's pretty interesting. But the place that it all goes wrong is at the fact that it's completely chance-based, right? And I'm sorry if this comes out a little non-cohesive. I haven't had sleep in a while. But it's all chance-based, right? So every time you make a choice, which is either attacking, defense, healing, you're pressing a button which is linked up to a randomizer, a chance item, and it randomizes exactly what your move is going to be. So you don't really have any control besides trying to work out, okay, well, if I'm low, I have to heal or I have to do defense. There's all these different rules with different like turns and how many attacks you can do in a certain amount of turns, etc., etc. But the main basics are the healing, the defense, and the attacking. Now, why should it be illegal, right? I mean, a lot of people think, well, it's pay to play, so what's the problem? Pay to play is legal. Again, micro at its core is a game of chance, right? It's something the rules clearly outline. Specifically, the rules say no gambling. Casino, drop game, etc., games of chance. Violation will result in a ban. So let's give them the benefit of the doubt for a second, right? Pay-to-play games. I've always been against pay-to-play games, but let's give them the benefit of the doubt in this situation, comparing them to micro, right? Take tic-tac-toe, for example. Tic-tac-toe is a minor skill-based game. You can definitely have strategies with it, and there's like the corner strat, there's the middle strat, stuff like that. And it's not necessarily a chance game, which is why so many people can profit from it so quickly, because there is a bit that you can master about it, and you can counter your opponent pretty easily. And especially you can tie, and that's why the game's so predictable, and thus pay to play and legal, right? It's not really a game of chance, it's completely skill. However, on the other hand, micro is not skill-based, it's based on randomizers. It is literally the opposite of skill-based. The problem with that is it gets into dangerous territory because you're think about casinos, right? Casinos are all chance-based, and they are pay-to-play. That's something you need to remember. Casinos are pay-to-play. And this is something, and I'll play a clip of Sisuke's most recent take on micro.
So, pay-to-play in the game, as you know, is legal. I've kind of inherited that decision from Jake, who made the call, but I believe what Jake said is that it has to be a skill-based game, and then that's fine. But what I'm learning from our mods, Black White's been helping me today with it, is micro battles are not very skill-based, and there's a lot of luck involved, but it is technically a pay-to-play. There's a choice there, but from what I understand, what happens after you make that choice is a little bit random. It is a pay-to-play game, so it is still legal for now. If something is completely luck based, or it's rigged, or someone is intentionally trying to scam other players, then they will get banned. But pay to play generally, and that includes micro battles, is legal.
It really hurts me when she says, you know, well, micro is pay to play and pay to play is legal, so micro should be legal, which is sort of an L take. Like, consider this, right? Casino is also pay to play. Just because pay to play is legal, does that make casinos legal now? Like, where's the line being drawn? And she even says herself that micro is much more chance based than it seems. And sure, there's contentions about, well, you can make choices, so therefore it's skill based, but it's based on randomizers, and that's the biggest problem. It literally is not skill based. And of course, as a consequence of this chance game being put out there, with the perception of it being a skill game, there are people who are literally losing millions of Bitcoins. It is ridiculous. They're just flying out of the game, and considering the already dwindling player base because of the lack of content, which I'll talk about in another video, it does not bode well for the game. I don't know why it's so important to have micros kept in the game. I mean, it is a popular thing, but it's, you know, someone has to lose. And sure, it's the same thing as pay to play in that way, where, you know, people will quit the game because they've bet so much on it, etc. But the huge difference is, again, micro is a chance-based game. It is exactly like a casino. So, you know, if you're going to ban casinos, why is the micro game not banned? It just doesn't make any sense. Overall, like, pay to play, though I don't like it, right? It is skill-based. And you know, you can do it and you can profit in a moral and legal way, and it's a much better system, right, than we have as micro. And that's why I just don't think micro should stay in the game. I wish this was more cohesive. I probably could have put together a script, but I did kind of want to try to get back into my old commentary style, so we're winding back into that. I just see micro as this ridiculous thing that is, by all odds, you know, past all the thresholds. Somehow mods are still defending it. It's just crazy, right? It's absolutely insane that micro is still around and it's still kicking, even though it's a completely chance-based game, in a game where chance-based games are legal. That's about it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and ban micro. I'll see you guys. Bye.